Hey, core members, we're here with Lauren Shockley, 5th grade math teacher, KIPP Academy of Opportunity. She's going to explain an amazing activity with number tiles. Hit it.
Great. So the way that this works is that there are tiles 0 through 9, and then there are 10 empty boxes. So this is an example of a pretty simple two-digit addition problems. And so the way that it works is that students figure out which tiles have to go where, and they start where there's already a sum that has to be given. And as the skills go up, so these are scaffolded by skill, so these get increasingly difficult all the way up to percent to decimal conversions and equivalent fractions, then the skills get harder, so they intensify. So as soon as they have found a way to make all 10 numbers make all the problems true, then they record in their notebook or wherever you have them do their work, then they record the problems that they've done, and they box the digits that are tiles. And so this is usually, like when I'm doing centers, I have a student whose job it is to check their teammates' work to make sure that it's actually true, so that kids aren't just laying number tiles down. So then as the exercises become more rigorous, then they have to actually show work that goes with each problem. They can't just figure out the tiles. So for example, here's one where they're doing fraction to decimal to percent conversions, and it's still the same idea. You're still just using those 10 tiles. So it's really good for critical thinking, and then also just practice.
And then do you use these at the beginning of a lesson, or say before you introduce a skill like decimals to percents, or when do you find is the most optimal time to do this?
I usually use this as a center so that they're actually reviewing it. It's not good for the actual first day of a lesson because there's critical thinking involved. So in other words, they're forced to think critically about the skill before they've had a chance to practice and master the skill. And I think some of your higher students, maybe your highest group of students during independent practice could do this, but I think lower students would reach a frustration point with not being able to do the problem in the first place and then wouldn't be able to do the tiles.
And where do we find all these things?
You unfortunately have to buy it. Banning copyright laws, I can't reproduce them. So if you type in Marcy Cook number tiles, then you can get all the sets that you would ever want. So you get the tiles and then also the cards. And the cards they go up in difficulty as the students are mastering skills.
Thanks, Lauren.
Sure.